Hello everyone, welcome to What's Up Wednesday here at Marie's Scrappy Creations, where we sew the scraps of your life into beautiful creations. I don't know what you've been sewing this week, but either way, let's just all say hello and see who is in the chat today. Alright, we have Terry and Mona, hello ladies. Kathleen Kendall from Unity, Maine. She says, good morning, Marie and everyone. Cloudy and 62 degrees in Unity. I pinned a comment which should have gone up to the top either way, or that's what I thought it should do anyway. It is stuck right where it's at. And I just said, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. Looking forward to chatting with you all today. Giovanna's here saying hello to everyone. Let's see, Mona telling Terry she should have stayed in bed. Oh, are you sick, Mona? Did I miss something? I hope you're feeling okay. Denise is here, and she says she will give her a thumbs up now while she remembers. I appreciate everyone giving that at the door. It's kind of like knocking on someone's door. You want to give me the thumbs up on your way in, or you can go back out of the chat and do it then, whatever you would like to do. Thank you for the reminder, Denise. Giovanna says it's 28 degrees Celsius, which is 81 degrees Fahrenheit at 6 p.m. in beautiful Italy, where she is. And Denise says it's nothing like that in Scotland. The fire is on. Oh my goodness. Okay, and Laura Supp is here saying hello to everyone. Oh, this is bouncing all around on me, so if I miss someone, I apologize ahead of time. Let's see. So Laura Supp said hi, Marie and everyone. People saying hello to her. Butterfly Queen Lori is here. Hello to you. Melanie, hey. Jan Johansson is here with some sunshine she's bringing. Katie Crafts is here. Let's see. Melanie is chatting with others. Barb. Hi, Barb. So she's back from camping and ready to get sewing after all the chatting. Well, of course, you got to have the important parts first, right? Okay. So, did I miss someone? I hear someone say Betty, and I didn't see Betty, but hello, Betty. Oh, goodness. Oh, there she is. I see her now. Okay. Well, thank you, Denise. She said I look lovely. She likes this color on me. This is one of my autumn shirts. Autumn is my favorite color. It's one of the only shirts that still fits. All right. Let's see. Peggy Lee says hello from Las Vegas. Well, hello to you. And Laura received her beautiful postcard this week. I'm so glad you received it. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. So, hello to everyone from beautiful northern Maine. It is 63 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 17 degrees Celsius. Hey, Kelly, how are you doing? You must have changed your name. Kelly's Quilts, Cruises, Crafts. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with channel names, but she is Kelly's Quilts Plus. I like that. Hi, Janice. Janice Cahill is here. Hi to all quilters. 69 degrees here. Feels like 64. And Kelly said she's just popping on while she's on hold. Well, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. Okay, so I would like to thank my admins, my moderators, the girls I could not live without. They know who they are. They're four of just awesome people. They're just awesome people. They like to hold those blue wrenches in their pocket. They yield power, those girls do. So there's Terry, Lisa Marie, Lisa, and Honor. Speaking of Honor, I would like to thank her for the super chat last week. Right at the very end, she sent me a $10 super chat. So thank you very much, Honor. I appreciate it. Richard is here. He can't stay, waiting for a lift, so I'm going to go to that first off. I received some happy mail this week. What did I receive, you might ask? I received this, I think it came yesterday. Yeah, yesterday it came in. So Richard sent me this as well as a handheld pocket 26-27 planner for my purse. But last year he had done the same thing because our local Dollar Tree shows, like on their website, it shows that they have them in stock, but when you go to get them, they don't have the little ones. And I have a specific use for these little calendars. They go on my refrigerator. It's just a whole thing. It's just me. Can't get them at our local, even though it shows them. So Richard was kind enough to do that last year, and he did it again this year. So thank you very much, Richard. I appreciate it very much. Okay, I wasn't going to get to that yet. I would have gotten to it, but that's okay since he can't stay. Hope your appointment goes well. Laura says, Kelly, I like the new name. Yes, I do too. It kind of covers everything in one broad stroke. I like that. So, okay. So that was going to be next. I did get, as an update to, I told you guys last week I had a clamp-on lamp. We did get that put on the table. My husband did that this morning because we've been working on the sewing room. And that's part of the discussion today, which I will get to here in a few minutes once I get to it on the list. But I did get the lamp, or he did, got it clamped onto the table. But it's very easily moved, you know, so if I want to move it over onto my semi-industrial machine table, I can do that, you know, either way I'd like to go. All right, Denise says, more cats, becoming a bit of a theme, Marie. Fabric last week, paper this week. What will you have next week? Probably a bunch of kittens. No, not really, but yeah, I love the kitties. Okay, let's see. Laura says it's 92 in Arizona at 9 a.m. My goodness. Oh, there's Terry, one of our beautiful blue wrench holders. Hello, and hello to you. She says, it looks great. You both did a lot of work. We did. So, thank you. What we did is, actually, Mr. Scrappy came in, and he just tore everything out. I said, just take everything out. I can't sort fabric. I can't do any of that if I can't see everything. So everything was torn out. And when I tell you it was the most discouraging thing to look in this room and go, oh. I asked him to do what? But either way, we have a closet over here. This is the larger of the two bedrooms in this two-bedroom apartment. It used to be our bedroom until I started the channel. And if you guys have been here with me since the beginning, you know that I used to be in a much smaller room. Yeah. But anyway, so there are a lot of items that we store in the closet. But what happened is me, I'm guilty, I kind of collected things, and I would stack them on a table that's over here. It just happens to be in front of said closet. So you can imagine that it was not easy to get to the closet, let alone the closet needed to be cleaned out. I cleaned it out last year. I do kind of a fall cleaning. Some people do fall and spring, but in the fall of the year, I purge. So I did that last year, got rid of a lot of clothing, and now this year I'm wishing I hadn't because now it really would fit. But last year I kept telling myself, you haven't fit into that in 5 years, just throw it away. So I threw it away, and now I fit into it. But anyway, it's not completely done, but from what I can show you, okay, now this little stand has always been a favorite of mine. It's not going to close because of the things that I have here. But my husband built this for me, probably 8 years ago, and it's one of my favorites. And I have some of my things hung, like this used to be up on the wall, but I have it there. And I have the fabric in here that used to be up here. So I'm not done with everything here, but this, our daughter bought this for me, oh, my land, probably close to a year, if not a year ago, and just getting it hung up. But the problem was there was a table in front of this, so not only would you have had to reach up this way, you just couldn't get there to do that. So either way, I am working on it little by little. There's more things to be hung up and to go in different places. I haven't filmed yet using my new layout. I do have an idea for this week though. Oh, sorry Denise. Okay, you go spend time with your family, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, so the shelving here, okay, this bookcase that all the fabric is on, my husband built that in shop class when he was 15 years old. So that's been around for a day or two, and you know that's just as sturdy as can be. The problem with it right now is the fabric is all a mess. So after everything else is done, I'm going to take all the fabric out and I'm going to sort it. Okay, it's going to be sorted by outdoor themed, tulip pink, you know, it's going to be all sorted. So that's going to be my next job. But anyway, back to what I said about filming. What I'm going to do is I'm going to re-release some of my autumn videos, because right now in my life I have so much going on that I can't possibly film at the moment. But since there are a lot of new subscribers who weren't with us, you know, 3 years ago when some of this was released, I figured I'd just do a new introduction and just say, you know, for some of you, I know you've seen this before, but if you're new here, let's take a look at how to do this or that. So I won't give away which ones I'm going to re-release, but that's what I'm going to do. As well as, I think I want to get some YouTube shorts put out there, because those bring in people too and let them know that, you know, we're here, we love scraps. Okay, let me see here, what did I miss? I'm going to scroll back up. Denise says, it looks a lot tidier than my sewing room right now. I've been busy all day and there is fabric and thread everywhere, but I will tidy in the morning. I believe you, Denise. Kathleen says, I was just going to say you have a new setup. Looks great. Thank you. Of course, filming, that would be a whole new thing, you know, and these little white Sterilite drawers, those are pretty good, but we started moving them around and they're shuffling a little bit. But I have I have 3 of them, and I could use another one. I really could. Those need to be organized. I do have some, like I have one that is just strips and selvages. So there are ones that I know exactly where to go for what I'm looking for. But I will say, speaking of looking for, I found a lot of things that I didn't know where they were. I knew I had them, I didn't know where they were. But, and I know you guys can relate to this, I put everything away so neatly, but now it's going to be, where did I put it? I know that's going to happen. I just know it's going to happen. Let's see. Terry says she has a clamp-on light that's USB. Ah, mine plugs in and it has, I didn't notice it until today, that the little switch that's on the cord, you can change it like brighter or dimmer, which I knew that part, but the part I didn't know is you can change it to almost a blue hue or a pinkish. So I thought that was kind of cool. Giovanna says, your room is 1,000,000 times better than mine. Well, thank you. I don't know about that, but thank you. Let's see. Okay, that's where I picked up. Betty had said you've been working hard, and yes, we have. Giovanna says, why use the big room just to use it for a night's sleep? Right? There's so many more productive things, right? Chatting with all of you. All right. Kelly is back trying to get airport assistance for legally blind client. Note mentioned on bookings, not mentioned on bookings so far. I have a dear friend of 35 years who is blind, and she flies every year to England, all on her own. Yeah. She hasn't had great luck asking for assistance, but I'm glad you can get it for people. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down through here. Terry says, you can make shorts with a link to your older autumn videos. See, great minds think alike, because that's exactly what I was thinking of, Terry. And Giovanna says, that always happens. Put it away so you'll lose it, right? Terry says, when I clean out, I can't empty it all at once. I empty one bit at a time and begin with that. I can't trash the camp. LOL. See, that's the only way I know to do it. I have to have everything within sight, you know. Yes, Kelly says, helps to have a travel agent backing you up. I'm sure it does. Okay. With the Happy Mail discussion, there was only one other thing. I mentioned it last week that some of you had emailed me or messaged me, and instead of replying to everyone, which I wish I had time or inclination to do, but I don't at this point, had asked me about my Amazon wish list and had I updated it or whatever. So I did put a couple things on there last week, and then the other day I put a few more things. So just saying that's out there, and my email address as well as the link to the Amazon wish list are below. And I forgot to mention, when I was thanking my admins, I usually go right behind that with a big thank you as well to Kimberly from myfabricaddiction.com, and her link is below. She is the woman who sponsors our weekly fabric giveaway. So if you're new here, I'll give you the quick rundown, which is, if you live in the continental United States and you haven't won anything from my channel in the past 90 days, you can use the word fabric in a comment below this video. Please, not here in the live chat. It won't get picked up. You use the word fabric, and you too have a chance to win a wonderful fabric prize from myfabricaddiction.com, because she gives one away every week. And since I took the month off, or a month off, this is our first drawing now that we're back. So that's going to be exciting, and you're going to want to stick around for that. Okay, let's see. Oh, Kelly's got to go. Thank you for hanging out with us, Kelly. You take care. All right. So, as I said, I'm not done with the room. There's still wall decor to go up. And I've mentioned to you guys that I wanted to make my curtains. So, I'm going to tell you how numb I can really be, okay? Because I admit it, all right? I had told you guys, not once, not twice, but at least 4 or 5 times, that I wanted to use a mystery grab bag from My Fabric Addiction to make those curtains, because they come in big pieces and this and this. And I got them mixed up. That's what I did. So Kimberly messaged me and told me the difference between the Scrappy strip packs and the this and the that. So I apologize. I was wrong. So what I was talking about was something that she had I'm going to say a year or 2 ago. I apologize. I've forgotten how long ago now. But they were a scrap bag that she did for a while. And you might get circles or rectangles or strips, a mix of them throughout the whole bag. Well, that's what I was looking for. And that's what I thought was the mystery grab bag. But it wasn't. The mystery grab bag can be anything. It might be some pre-cuts. It might be fat quarters mixed with pre-cuts. You don't know what you're going to get. Scraps of all kinds, okay? So just to clarify, I messed that up. So that's my bad, as the saying goes. But speaking of My Fabric Addiction and Kimberly, her and I were chatting, and I had told her that I was going to order a new t-shirt because the one I wore last week was a little bit large on me. So I told her that as much as I like wearing black, because I do, I don't know why, I just do. I said, I think I'm going to move out of my comfort zone a little bit and have you send me a pink one. So she's going to send me a pink t-shirt, a pink My Fabric Addiction t-shirt. And then that made me think of you, because I know so many of you shop with her. So did you know that she has t-shirts and sweatshirts? I put the link down below in the description box in case you want to take a look. She has a t-shirt I just noticed, and it says, "I smell fabric." How perfect is that? Okay, let me catch up on the chat, see if there's anything else. Laura says to Terry, "Thanks for the heads up on the buy one, get one." What she's talking about is last week we were discussing My Fabric Addiction, and Terry said about the sale, because I had talked about the quilt kit, or you get a quilt kit or something, and then Terry had an even better deal they were offering, so she headed Laura in that direction. So that's what she means. So Laura says, "Thanks for the heads up on the buy one, get one. I have an order coming from Kimberly. It should be here in the next day or two." How exciting is that, huh? And Debbie, well, hello. She says her name is Debbie, and she's a fabric-holic, lover of any and all fabric. Well, this is your first time here. You get the chair happy dance. We are so happy to have you with us. Welcome, welcome. Yes. Okay. Mary says, "I love fabric grab bags." Absolutely. And just remember, I appreciate all these comments, but if you're trying to get in on the prize, the fabric prize, you cannot write fabric where everyone's typing now. You have to write it under the video. So after this live stream, you refresh your page and you'll see the comments section just like in any regular normal video. Okay, Richard, good luck. We will see you on the replay. Mary Casey, I love fabric grab bags. I do too. I love anything to do if it sounds like scraps or fabric. Linda, hello Linda Faust. She says, "Hi Marie and everyone. It's good to see you." Absolutely. Okay, so what is What's Up Wednesday? If you're new here and you're wondering what in the world is What's Up Wednesday, it's just exactly like what it sounds. What's happening? There's no tutorial. You're not going to get a new pattern here today. It's just, it is what it is. We get together every Wednesday. We have a great chat, give away some prizes, which I'm going to talk about here in a moment. But we just get together and talk about things, and it's fun. We have a great group of people here. Just wonderful. But if you're wondering why you're not learning any sewing skills, those are the tutorials. You just go to Marie Scrappy Creations and then you click videos or playlists, and there's all kinds of tutorials there. All right. A while back, my friend, one of my admins, Lisa, had, oh goodness, I'm going to have to turn this a little bit. I don't know if you can even see it still, but there are chickens, okay? You can kind of see them. We're going to move those over here so that they show more, as well as where I have them hung now. When I grab the light switch to turn the light on, it always goes jingling-a-ling-a-ling. Okay, we won't go on about that, but I love those chickens she made me. They're just going to be moved to a new chicken coop. So, in moving things around, I saw something that I thought, you know, I have never shown my subscribers this, and I bet they would kind of like to see this stuff. So over on the wall, I have, not big enough for all of them, but most of them, I have, okay, let me get these out. These are my Maine thimbles. So like this one has a duck and says Maine. This one has blueberries. And I know you're just seeing like a fuzzy picture. Lobster. Lobster and blueberries do not represent the part of Maine that I live in, but they represent the state in some ways. This one has a moose on it. And we've got one that shows a lighthouse. There again, millions of miles from where I am. We got one with a moose head. We even have a lake called Moosehead Lake. Then we've got a gold one with more blueberries on it. Okay, so those are probably some of the last that I bought, because I have a friend who goes, as I said to Kelly, she goes to England every year. So quite a while ago, the first thimble that she bought me from England was a tribute to Princess Diana. And on the back it says, a tribute to Diana, the Princess of Wales, 1961 to 1997. So soon thereafter, she realized I was liking all these. So she started picking them up, or having her sons who were in the military pick them up. So I've got Germany. I have, where's this one? Quebec. Busch Gardens. Scotland, although it's cracked. A few of them fell, unfortunately. But I do have Scotland. And this one says the Lakes. But I don't know where it is from. I've forgotten. But it's not anywhere here in the States because I don't know the names. They're not names that are usual. Then I have London, and it has the Royal Guards. Is that what they're called? And then I have a different Scotland. Hamburg, Germany. This one is cracked, and it says Isle of Wight. And I wish it was not cracked. Of course, I wish it wasn't cracked, but it's a beautiful one. Of course, I can't replace it, so it doesn't matter there. And then this one has the Eiffel Tower. Just almost there. Then I have some that are made like this. They're just metal, and then the place is on the top. So that one says New York. And this one says Boston. Then I've got some states. So I have Virginia. Oh, and I have Fort Knox, Kentucky. I have St. Louis, Missouri. And I have Texas with what must be their state bird, I'm going to assume. Oh, I missed this. Oh boy, do I feel bad about this one. I love this. Other than my Princess Diana one, was my favorite. And I say was because look at how it was made. Like, the buildings of New York City are raised. And we've got the Statue of Liberty, who was holding her lantern until my cat chewed the lantern off the tip. So part of it's on there, part of it isn't. But I have that, and then I've got, I don't even know if I can spell this on the little letters. B-E-N-I-D-D. It looks like R-M or D-O-R-M. B-E-N-I-D-O-R-M. I don't know, and I know you can't see, but don't know where that's from. Then I have Arizona, which shows some cactus and desert, and I'm almost done, I promise. West Virginia. Great Smoky Mountains. Kentucky. I got two left, and this is Big Bear Lakes and Tennessee. So that is my thimble collection. I probably had 4 more that broke enough that I can't display them in any way, shape, or form. And like I said, my Isle of Wight is pretty cracked, but I'm not letting go of that. But that's just one of those things that I thought that I would show you guys, because they've always been on the wall, but it's in different places, but I've never really showed it to you. Hi, Kimberly. Kimberly Kleeman is here. It's good to see you. Kimberly's been here since like the very, very early days of Marie's Scrappy Creations. Let's see. Terry says, what a wonderful collection. Now I want to collect thimbles. It's always something else to collect, right? There's always something out there. But anyway, that's when Kimberly came screeching in. We heard her come running in, to the chat. She's like, phew, I made it. Oh, Helen's here. How did I miss Helen? Hi, Helen. She says, hi, all. I'm late to the party. Better late than never. We're glad you're here, Helen. And Jill is here. Hi, Jill. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today, all three of you ladies. Terry says the thimbles would be nice to display somehow. Well, if it wasn't already nailed to the wall, I would show you, but it's just two rows. It's a little shelf about this wide, and it just has little pegs, I guess, little dowels, little pieces of dowels that this sits on. It wasn't actually for thimbles, but it works for them, so. Maybe I'll get Giovanna one of these days when mailing costs go down. I'll get one from Italy. I'll trade her for something and get a thimble from Italy, and she'll get something from here. She says, oh no, parts in his tummy. Yeah. Oh, there she said it. I want to see if I can get one of Italy. There you go. Or I can get a ceramic maker, make one for you, Marie, from my city. Oh, that's sweet, Giovanna. That's very sweet. Denise says, I'm back, and had I known my mother had so many thimbles, I could have offloaded to you. LOL. Oh, thank you. Yeah, usually they just come about because someone has visited where that was and they brought me one, or, that type of thing. I also like refrigerator magnets, and for a while I was getting those instead. People would bring me those, but I don't know, that kind of fell off popularity or something, I guess. Anyway, all right. So before we go any further, why don't we do a drawing? Because last week, anyone who left the word fabric is in the drawing for this week. So I have my iPad right here, and we are going to draw I use commentsharp.com, and then I just put the link to the video in there, and it picks it from the comments. The only thing I do is type in that it has to search for the word fabric, someone who's used the word fabric. All right, so I can see the winner. I'm going to hope that you can. I'm going to turn the brightness up a little bit. Wish I could make it flash across your screen. Now this actually is one of our newer subscribers, or else a subscriber who just started chatting recently, because I remember her in the chat last week. And it's Audrey Nana Preps 2543. Congratulations, you won this week's fabric prize, sponsored by myfabricaddiction.com. And Audrey wrote, I absolutely love Fabric Addiction. I got 3 quilt kits and received 6. So she must have gotten in on the buy one, get one. They have the most awesome customer service of any online company, and I do mean any. And then she says, fabric scrap, oh boy, truer words were never said. Fabric scraps are like dust bunnies. They just keep multiplying. Let me see if I can turn this sideways so you guys can see. Anyway, it's Audrey Preps, or Audrey Nana Preps 2543. So thank you very much for playing along. I'm going to screenshot that as well. Let's write your name down, just back myself up. But congratulations to you. Congratulations. There, I can say it. You have 7 days to claim your prize. I'm going to go to your winning comment, and this works for anyone who wins a prize. I go to the winning comment and I type out, congratulations, you won such and such, please contact me at, and I give my email address, and everyone has 7 days. So congratulations to Audrey. We're glad. We're very happy for you, and I know that you will love what Kimberly sends, because anyone who has received one of these fabric prizes knows that she's very generous. All right, let's see. Giovanna says, I know quite a few of them here. Giovanna, I have a lot of magnets for the fridge, but my fridge is digital and I have to be careful where I put them. Interesting. And then everyone is congratulating Audrey. Thank you, you guys. You're the best. Okay, so speaking of all these prizes, now if you've been here for a while, you know that I give you a creative word of the day, and then once a month we draw from each of the 4 weeks and I give away a prize. And then we had the comment of the week, where I would draw just a random comment, and you could live anywhere in the world and win this, and you would win a postcard. And I need to scale back to take my stress level down some, and that's not just with the channel, that's with everything in my life. So, hi Nancy. Nancy is here. So I, at least for now, I may bring it back up, but for now I'm going to put aside the creative word of the day. I'm going to choose a random comment each week, and I'm going to do a postcard, but I'm going to keep it to that and Kimberly's giveaway, and that takes my stress level down some. I hope everyone is understanding of this. It's just the way things have to be. I thought about it a lot because the creative word of the day actually makes it so that I get a lot more comments. Comments build my channel. Comments earn, okay? Because people are there commenting. But either way, to win a postcard, you have to comment. Now, the other thing is, and this is a positive thing, when I was doing the creative word of the day, if you lived in the US, it was fairly easy. I mean, yes, postage has gone up, but it was fairly easy for me to send you something. But now postage rates have gone up. And so to send a postcard, if I send one, let's say Giovanna wins one, it's an international stamp. It's $1.70. You know, it's not going to break the bank to send someone a postcard, so everyone gets to play along. Have a great day, Kimberly. Enjoy time with your dad. Thank you for dropping in. So, yeah, and I love to make postcards, so I think a postcard each week, and that's good. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like I'm asking, hey, is it okay with you guys? Because I know you guys understand, but I wanted to tell you why I was doing it before I just like cut it out. So there's that. Okay, everyone's saying congratulations to Audrey. Yes, and guess who, Nancy? I'm so glad you dropped in. So glad you dropped in. We're glad to have you here. Giovanna says, don't worry, Marie, do what you need to do. And Terry says, of course, Marie. Thank you, ladies, very much. And Laura, Marie, you have to take care of yourself. That's true, we do. Jan says, I'm trying to sew in the ditch right now, and I'm not having much fun. Frustrated. You know, I have a hard time with that as well, so I totally understand that, Jan. It seems like, for me, if I don't think about it and concentrate on it so hard as I'm going down stitching in the ditch, I do better than if I'm like, oh boy, I gotta keep that needle straight, you know. And they tell you not to look directly at it, but it's what I do. All right, Nancy says your postcards are beautiful. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like them. I'm going to be making more, like I said. But I haven't really gotten back into the sewing itself, but I have a little thing I'm going to make for my Aunt Gail. I think I might have mentioned it. I'll edit in. Let me write this in. I'm going to put a link in the description box. And basically what she said is, I want a little wallet, kind of like what you showed. She told me what the name of the video was and everything. But she's going to have me modify it a little bit for her because she doesn't really need it to be a phone holder and money holder and all this and that. So I look forward to that. And I know I showed you guys the kitty cat fabric that's going to be for her. So I have that to make. I have some postcards. I actually have a stack of them down there that are 3/4 of the way done as far as like before trimming them and putting them onto the cardstock paper. But yeah, they're one of my favorite things to sew because it's mindless sewing, but it's so fun to add the little fussy cut fabrics or pieces of selvage edge and just dress them up with lace or something and hope that people, that they get a smile on their face. Speaking of postcards, though, I received a message from Kimberly today. I had sent her a kind of just an autumn-themed postcard, one that I particularly liked. So I sent it to her, and my land, it's got to be 2 weeks ago, and I was getting nervous that it was lost in the mail, because you guys know sometimes it happens. But she received it, so she sent a picture to me today that she had received her postcard, so yay. Something else, and I've mentioned this before about my earrings. If you guys have been here a while, you know I wear 4 different earrings. It's just what I do. Don't really know when or why I started that, but I do. And I know I showed these before, but my friend in Australia sent me these, and she's like, I can't remember how she worded it, but something like, they might be a little too funky, you don't have to wear them. I'm trying to separate them out. They are a chicken with little yellowish orange sparkly cowboy boots on. Wear it. Yeah, I'm gonna wear it, and it matches really well with my autumn. And then let's see, I don't know what else I have on today. Oh yeah, my brown beads. These are one of my favorites. I know it's hard to see past the chicken, the cluck cluck. And over here we've got some autumn leaves, I guess. I thought I was wearing the autism awareness one, but I guess I didn't. I guess I put leaves in both ear holes. Let's see. Giovanna says, Marie, take your time. We understand. And Janice says, Marie, we totally understand. I love your postcards. I have 2 of them. Well, there. Oh, and in cleaning, I keep everything. All the cards that you guys send me. Like if you send me a gift of, let's say, scrap fabric, and you send a little card in there, I save it. That's why my sewing room's full. I save everything, right? So never fear, I have them. But I have some beautiful fabric postcards that some of you have sent to me. They're just amazing, too. Just wanted to say I still have all that. I did try to, for a while, rotate the fabric postcards out and about, but I'd forget about it, to be honest with you, and I'd be like, oh, that one's probably been there for 6 months. Oh yeah, I've had the same saying on my letterboard for probably a year. It's downstairs. It's getting revamped, so in the next video you will see it will say, it will have a new saying. That's all I'm going to say about the saying. Oh, Giovanna says she's got 2 as well. Denise says, mindless sewing. I spent all day just designing 2 cards and sewing them. Wish it was as easy for me. Well, yours are a lot more intricate though, Denise. You do a lot more. Do you use an embroidery machine? I meant to ask you that, but yeah. Yours are amazing. Nancy says, Marie, you do whatever helps you. We love and care about you. Aw, well, you're so sweet. Butterfly Queen says, I love my postcard. It's so beautiful. Love the butterflies. Well, I'm glad, because I'll tell you, I have, well, you guys have seen them before. Cat litter comes in these great big, Tidy Cat comes in these great big buckets, and they're great for storage because you rinse them out. There's no smell to them whatsoever. Like, you would think that whatever the scent of the cat litter had been, like, you know, Mountain Fresh or whatever, but you don't smell anything. Anyway, they're great for scraps. Well, I have multiple containers of scraps. Shocking, right? Anyway, but based on Lori's username, Butterfly Queen, I thought, I gotta go find some butterfly scraps. I did not think it was going to be as difficult as it was to find said butterfly scraps, but I did it. Made a one of a kind, right, Denise? Right, Lori? That's what matters. Denise says, no, I don't have an embroidery machine. My machine, oh, okay, very basic, was gifted. Okay, because I know I've seen you do, like what I do, the close-up zigzag, but you do some really intricate fussy cuts there on your postcards. They're gorgeous. Okay, let me see. I think I got down through everything. I thanked Honor for the super chat. That was sweet of her to do. She did that one other week, and I didn't know if I had thanked in public, so I wanted to make sure I did that. I told you about the lamp and the table, and that I still have cleaning to do. All right, so as far as the postcards, so from here on out, starting next week, I'm going to draw. Just like when I draw for the fabric, I'm going to draw for a postcard, but you have to leave a comment below the video. You don't have to use a special word or anything like that. You just leave a comment, and it doesn't matter where in the world you live, you are eligible as long as you haven't won anything in the last 90 days. And since I was gone for a month, and you know, most of you, you're free and clear on that one. So, yeah, just make sure you leave a comment. Denise, well, thank you. We'll post today's efforts later to the Facebook page. Well, thank you. I'm going to try to get over there. It's been one of those things that Facebook page, it just hasn't been high up. It's not that I don't love to see everyone's stuff. I do, but I'll get over there, and then there's so much to look at, and there's so many messages that then I don't get my housework done or my whatever, because I could just sit there and just, you know, yeah. You guys understand. Artsy says, better late than never. Yes, indeed, but I am just getting ready to close up, unfortunately. But I'm glad you're here. Good of you to stop by. And Jill says, congratulations to the new fabric winner. Yes, congratulations to Audrey Nana Preps. We are glad. Like I said, I think you're a new subscriber, or at the very least, you are new to commenting in the live stream as of last week. So it's funny that you won, and then you already knew who my fabric addiction was. As I read your comment, I kind of got that. Okay, everyone. Well, I want to thank my admins for being here and helping out. Hi, June. I'm sorry, I'm getting ready to close up. And Helen says, take care of yourself first. Yes, that's what I'm going to try to do, because, you know, we won't have Marie's Scrappy Creations if Marie isn't feeling quite so crafty. Okay, so thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us today. Thank you to Terry for dropping those links. I appreciate it. Like I said, I will edit in the one to the item that my aunt wants me to make for her. So that's going to be coming up. I need to get back into sewing. I need to do that. I need to put a zipper on my son's jacket, and my daughter-in-law needs a little pantsuit shortened. So I have my work cut out for me. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or evening, whatever time it is where you are. And I really appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out with me as well as everyone else. It's a great time, and you guys are the best subscribers ever. So until next time, take care, and remember, be kind out there. The world needs more of that. I'll see you next time. My room might even be even more different, but I'll see you next time right here at Marie's Scrappy Creations. Bye-bye.